Ooh, this one's called Final Performance. I hope that's not too prescient here. I would hate to see this be like the death of him. I really do like Mr. Compress, and I would hate to see him go away. But let's see what happens.
It's only together that
now I'm wondering if Best Jeanist is going to make it through this. He's not looking good.
What did you have to go and get beaten up for? Now we're trapped. There's so much left in this
Yeah,
world
like
to
think,
destroy.
what if Shigaraki had just waited till
Just as
Maki
Spinner
was there?
said, we haven't
This
done
would have been a
anything
really,
yet.
really bad situation.
Not Dobby. Heteromorphs like me.
Ah. They're a Hero Society KKK. He said old-fashioned, right? Because, remember, I've talked about this a lot. At the beginning, people like Spinner would have been really, really ostracized. And that's not really the case now in most cases. But as we can see, some old... I don't want to call it racism. I don't know what you'd call it. Whatever you'd call it, though. These things die hard.
Bigots. Kill them!
Okay, so, like, can anybody be mad that the League killed these guys?
Thought these Colty types were
Get us new gear.
great idea.
Ah.
We have
So this is a hint. This is after the Hasaikai thing, but before they teamed up with, you know, the Liberation Front. They're low on money. Because Mr. Compress's arm got blown off, like at the beginning of the Hasaikai arc.
be eating the finest sushi right now.
Don't be an
Oh,
idiot.
okay, so not after the Hasaikai arc. This is a very small window of time we're talking about here.
Now we're reduced to a band of.
While watching the news one night, I witnessed Stain's final moments.
This is interesting here about Spinner.
He was trying. I
Whoa.
don't understand why we're wasting time. I thought
This
we were
is
supposed
pretty
to break
ballsy
the
of him.
world here. Answer me, Shane.
I loved being in the League of Villains.
Oh.
Here.
Oh.
Can't loosen the bindings.
Oh.
My arm is free.
He has a lot of control over his power.
The League.
So he doesn't have to transform the whole object. I thought him transforming half of the sand guy's body was because that was the only part of his body that was solid at the time. But I guess that Mr. Compress can actually just... I think we knew this because we've seen him dig like tunnels and stuff, but I didn't know it would actually apply to like a person. Like I thought if he touched you to shrink you, he would just shrink all of you. But now it seems he can do it selectively.
Now, keep your eyes peeled.
I wonder who his family is.
This will be the. I can't believe.
Oh, hold up
this
now.
is corked.
Last episode, he said that it was interesting that Dobby also had a famous lineage. And I thought he was comparing Dobby to Shigaraki. But is he comparing Dobby to himself? Is his family famous too? That'd be interesting.
Who cared only about lining their pockets. As he spread his
Ah.
will among the needy, he preached.
So he's a true believer, even pre-Stain. Interesting.
Tomura Shigaraki of the PLF and the League of Villains.
Hold up, though. This is really, really risky on Mr. Compress's part, because as far as I know, he's the only one that can undo what his power does. So if he were to get caught or die right now, all of the League members that he's putting into his marbles would be trapped forever. Like, even if he were to just get knocked out right now, it would be a huge loss for the League. Oh. Oh. This is so brutal for the heroes. Like, how many will be dead by the end of this?
Wake up.
Man, Midoriya's in such bad shape.
Was I KO'd? I felt this a few times since the fight started. A sharp stabbing. Wait a sec.
Hold up.
This sounds like...
Yeah, one of the users has some sort of foresight ability.
danger sense.
Ah. I mean, most of the time he's gonna know
Like when
he's in
Blackwood
danger, right?
manifested.
Oh, it still makes me feel sick
Oh.
to my stomach. Wearing them washes calmness over me.
Ooh.
You think that's bizarre? You need to remember who you
Oh
are.
no.
Never moving.
Man, the psychology of this group is so complex and intermingling, right? Oh, they're done. That's electromagnetic pulse power.
It's within his body.
I don't know.
With his face on Shigaraki's body. That's so
many
good.
Bad feelings inside.
Long
Oh. Oh. Oh.
We'll take them
That's
out.
so good. There's no way cannot be strong enough to hold them all.
Fight.
How are they getting out of this?
for my sake.
Oof.
The League
Oof.
gathering in the
That's
same
chilling.
spot the Nomu are headed. Reciprocal.
Losing Makia here, though, would be a huge blow to them just by itself. I don't know how they would hold Makia once they have him, like the government. But losing Compress is a big blow to them. Losing Makia would be a huge blow. They lost twice, which is huge. So I don't know. I hope Mr. Compress doesn't die here. The episode title is pretty grim for him, but I just don't want that to be the case. How'd he do it?
No patience for attack.
How did he do that?
Again, when this body's complete.
His face still lurking under the hand is... I wonder how did he hurt Lemillion? Was it just because he attacked him from a direction that Lemillion didn't expect, so he wasn't, like permeated at the time? Or is there something that All Might has, like a quirk All Might has, that can get around permeation somehow?
He wanted to be saved.
Oh, wow. Whoa. I didn't know we could ever go that direction with Shigaraki. Like, his story is tragic, but the things he's done have been so heinous. Like I get where Midoriya's coming from. Ah, Best Jeanist. They're so torn up. Look at this. Like, it's a complete loss. Like, it could have been so much worse, but look how bad it is, even at their best. Man, this song during this part makes it really rough. Like, they've lost so much. And all of the best were there. Like, it doesn't get more stacked on the hero's side than that. How are they supposed to do anything? So after this, there's only a couple things I want to know. Who actually lived? Like, which of these heroes and villains actually died? Because I thought for sure that Gran Torino is dead. They made it seem like Mr. Compress is going to be dead. Like, the only people that we know for a fact are dead right now are like some unknown hero, like unnamed heroes that we don't know, and Twice for now. I really hope Mr. Compress isn't dead. He's a really good character. He deserves more development than the short, flashback and info that we got this episode. But wow, that effect where, like, All for One's face is on Shigaraki's body, like in the real world, not in their brain, is really, really disgusting and chilling, and I love that. And I wonder if other characters can see it, or if that's just like, a visual flair for us to know, like, oh, he's 100% in charge. Because at first it didn't sound like his voice either. Like, Spinner didn't immediately recognize it as All for One. Oof. So the only reason the heroes didn't take a complete loss here is, like, literally because Shigaraki wasn't finished, basically. even then, I think if All for One had wanted to push the issue, they could have done it. Now, the one thing I'm a little confused about in this episode is what Mr. Compress was trying to do with Dobby and with the computer guy from the Liberation Front. Like, he deliberately got them into marbles and then hid them on Spinner. But I don't know what his plan was after that. Like, he was just trying to stall until Shigaraki woke up. So what was the point of sealing Dobby and that computer guy away? And now are they stuck like that? Like I was saying earlier, if Mr. Compress dies right now, are they stuck in those marbles? Is it like, that would be a weird side effect. Obviously, Dobby can't go out like that. He's way too important of a character to just get trapped or killed, like, just because of a mistaken action that Mr. Compress took. So I don't know if it's just to get him off the board for a while, or if Mr. Compress had a plan. So actually, the fact that they're still in those marbles gives me a little bit more hope about Mr. Compress's ultimate fate here.